Hi, I'm Konstantin. Today let's talk about AI. This is one of my favorite topics, but this time I'd like to talk about a neat little trick, a prompt engineering trick that I like to use and that I think is not shared too many times, so I want to share it with you. And the trick is to invite somebody famous or some expert into your AI chats. So why? So if you talk to an AI or a large language model or whoever you want to call it, you're basically talking to the average of everything that the AI has been trained on. So if you're asking a question on technology, you will get the answer from every technology angle perspective, which might be good, but it's not very specific. Now, a typical prompt engineering trick is to start the conversation with something like, you are an expert on, I don't know, AI technology, you're an expert on electric vehicles. So by using this expert thing, you're basically guiding the AI to behave more specifically like an expert in the field that you want to talk about. But you can go one step further. You can pick a famous or a recognized world-class expert that you know and that you would like to have a chat with, and ask the AI to bring them into the conversation. So you can say something like, hey, I want to talk about technology, and why not invite Steve Jobs to the conversation to see what he would say about this topic. Now what this does is it steers the AI to a very specific kind of expert knowledge that you can get out of the vast training set. So instead of getting the average out of the AI, you're really getting the best, well, in your opinion, the best expert that you would like to talk about that specific topic. This works with everything. If you want to talk about literature, why not invite your favorite author? If you want to talk about something philosophical, invite your favorite philosopher. Actually, you can invite multiple people to the conversation and have a debate with 2 or 3 people at the same time, and treat this as a panel discussion that's moderated by your favorite AI model. Now, before we go on, let's try this out real quick. I have a little pre-written prompt here, and let's paste it into Claude and see what happens. So let's type in our prompt. Hi Claude, I want to write more blog posts and create more YouTube videos, but I'm struggling with procrastination. Can we invite Marcus Aurelius, Marie Kondo and Hermione Granger into this chat to get their perspective with you as a moderator and help me overcome this? So let's see what happens. Claude is thinking real hard, pondering. I switched on thinking mode because I like that to get better results. Oh, now he's orchestrating. And it responds. I love this idea. Let's bring in some legendary wisdom and maybe a bit of magic to tackle your procrastination. And now we get the full moderation setup with Claude moderating. And then we have Marcus Aurelius. By the way, Claude loves to bring in these extra detail like leaning forward, thoughtful into these conversations, which makes it a little bit more fun. So as you can see here, Marcus is asking some questions and bringing in his philosophy of Stoicism. Then we have Hermione with her very distinctive personality that we all know and love. And finally, Marie Kondo bringing in her thoughts. And this is the beginning of a really cool conversation. So now we can read what those experts are saying, we can answer and go a little bit into a back and forth into this panel discussion and get a much better set of perspectives on our topic than if we just asked the AI alone. And now back to the real forest. I've done this several times. I actually do this as a habit now. For example, this very video is the result of a similar conversation where I asked Claude to invite 2 people to help me figure out a strategy for creating YouTube videos and for helping me sort of find a system that makes it easy for me to create multiple videos and to turn this into a habit. And lo and behold, Claude invited James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, and Ali Abdaal, a famous YouTuber, as two coaches to help me figure out the template and the strategy for creating YouTube videos. And it was a fun conversation. I got a lot out of it. I got very specific advice, and I think that's the biggest advantage of this strategy. By inviting specific people that you like, you're getting very specific advice. And it's also a way for you to sort of bring in some preferences. If some people share your worldview better than others, bring them into the conversation and get something that is closer to your own values and preferences. Or maybe do the opposite. Invite somebody that you don't agree with and enjoy some different perspectives and try to get them to challenge you. Now, who can you invite? Basically, everybody who is known enough so that their thinking, their opinions, their writing, and basically their output is very likely to be represented well in the training data set. Basically, every book author, every famous person, even people like Beyoncé or, I don't know, Marie Curie or Albert Einstein or Jesus, Harry Potter, you name it. So the next time you talk to your favorite AI model, why not bring in somebody else that you like or somebody else that you admire and turn them into a mentor for you during that conversation. It's as easy as saying, invite this person to the chat, what would they say? And you'll be surprised at how interesting those conversations are going to be. Much more interesting than talking to a bland default type of AI personality. So I hope this was useful. I'm very curious to learn about who did you invite into your AI chat. Write it down into the comments and share who did you invite, why, and what was the result. Thank you.